establishment child abuse cover-up. The family of this missing boy demand to know why 4 secret Westminster abuse files aren't being made public. Also this evening, pressure on the Prime Minister to agree to take part in televised debates. The Lib Dems say he's arrogant, Labour that he's running scared.
You can try to chicken out of the debate.
We start with claims of another establishment cover-up of a child sex abuse scandal. The family of a boy who's been missing since 1979 have told Sky News they are disgusted by the government's refusal to make public the contents of 4 files on historical abuse. They are believed to be relevant to the ongoing criminal inquiry centred on VIPs in Westminster. Tom Parminter reports.
Outside the Cabinet Office, life moves on. The public have heard the promises on child abuse. No more government secrets, no more cover-ups. But that's not quite true.
We're looking at Prime 19.
In January, we found a classified file prepared for Margaret Thatcher about the unnatural sexual behaviour of a public figure. The outcry led to it being released. It exposed the late Sir Peter Hayman, a career diplomat and MI6 man.
As a result, Cabinet Office officials have identified a small number of additional files.
In fact, the Cabinet Office had found 4 files. One was about to be destroyed. Proper transparency would be for those files to be released, but sometimes there is good reason why that can't happen. But for the past month, officials here at the Cabinet Office have refused to even reveal the titles of those documents. They remain secret, an establishment secret.
Where there's error, maybe bring truth.
The Hayman file proved Margaret Thatcher was aware of his activities. We don't know who's in the 4 further files, but the officials say they will be passed to the police and the child abuse inquiries. But for the public, they remain anonymous, and for many, that isn't acceptable.
Yeah, this is one of the newsstand places we kept on of. No, never a day goes by I don't think of Martin. You know, he's always there.
Martin Allen was 15 years old when he seemed to just vanish. He was last seen on the London Underground with an unidentified man in 1979. His brother's life, their family's lives, haven't properly moved on.
To you, is it the only plausible explanation that it was something to do with Westminster?
Pretty definite. I'm pretty sure. If it's not, I'll be surprised. But I can't think of any other organisation that could tear a family apart for 35 years without anything, nothing at all. No deathbed confessions, no nothing being said. It's like he never existed, Martin, really.
The government concealing the names of the 4 files simply compounds his anger.
These people they've got a hold over us. They've got a hold. And it's our information. These people are our employees, taking our money, which is more than Mr. Average earns a year, probably in the course of a month. It's disgusting.
Again this week, there were more big promises on child abuse.
There's a big change in culture that needs to take place.
But his government is still keeping secrets.
That is a national disgrace. We need this information coming out. There are people there who know things from the past that they are not revealing, including to the police investigation teams. That's wholly unacceptable. And it's time that the Prime Minister forced them to do so.
However uncomfortable it is for the current government, the longer they conceal abuse files from the public, the deeper the suspicions will grow. Tom Parminter, Sky News, Westminster.
The debate.
The government is facing fresh allegations that it's still not disclosing what officials knew about an apparent child abuse ring in Westminster. It comes as the Cabinet Office denied attempting to conceal secret files about the paedophile MP Cyril Smith. Sky's Tom Parminter reports.
not for turning.
Britain has never seen a leader like Margaret Thatcher, but did she turn away from child abuse? Her parliamentary private secretary, the late Sir Peter Morrison, has been accused. She knew about diplomat Sir Peter Hayman. In a letter she referred to it all as the Hayman matter. Now Liberal MP Cyril Smith. Knighting him, she was told, could damage the integrity of the honours system. But still, he became Sir Cyril.
She turned a blind eye to people who were quite clearly paedophiles. That is absolutely clear, and it's a real stain on Margaret Thatcher's legacy, and I don't get any pleasure from saying that, but she turned a blind eye to it.
The Cabinet Office have only just released the Cyril Smith information, and right now they're refusing to reveal even the titles of 4 abuse files. All they say is there is no cover-up.
What are they scared of? If they are clean and there's nothing sticking to them, what is it they're afraid of? Why would they want to be working with anybody that might have a question mark over their head? Let's get it out there.
Officials at the Cabinet Office have promised that the files will be passed to the police and the abuse inquiries, but they won't make them public.
There is a real issue, and those Cabinet files, in my view, should without doubt be published. You know, we have to get to the bottom of this. High or low, it doesn't matter. Wherever we find it, we have to root out sexual abuse, child sexual exploitation.
Last week, the Metropolitan Police searched 4 homes. One was a property on the Beaver Castle estate in the East Midlands, belonging to former Conservative MP Harvey Proctor. He denied any wrongdoing and is fully cooperating with the police. Searches too at homes in London and North Yorkshire, which belonged to the late Leon Britton, former Conservative Home Secretary. And the Surrey home of Lord Bramall, once Britain's highest-ranking army officer, was also searched. It's a complex inquiry focusing on many locations, but much of it links back to the Westminster of the 70s and 80s. So far, the police have spoken to 1,000 people.
It's not easy work. You don't go and just visit, make a phone call. You are going to have to sit down, talk, work out what happened. Trying to get hold of records is a nightmare. Every investigation is different and everyone is quite challenging. And finally, of course, you've got both witnesses and suspects who are now scattered to the 4 winds.
Raking through the past may not appeal to those about to fight an election, but the culture of secrecy is in the here and now. Tom Parmenter, Sky News.